All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back to the channel. All right, now here's a video that I came across earlier today dealing with Frauditor, who we all know. I'm going to take a good guess we all know. He calls himself Annoying America, a.k.a. Anselmo Morales Torres. Enrique Morales Torres. But people like to call him Anselmo, okay? And I'm sure we are all fully aware of him because of his method of operation, which is to annoy people. Anybody who watches his videos and considers his videos fighting for somebody's rights or educating the public in any way of the Constitution, man, do you guys need medical help. Anyway, let's jump into the video. I want to show you how his method of operation, which in my opinion is just acting pure stupid. Okay, again I say, anybody who thinks this guy is fighting for their rights, you seriously got issues. Let's get into the video.
What's going on, folks? Auditing America. We're out in Kissimmee, Florida, and we're at the tax collector's office. Let's see if they respect our rights. Hi, can I get your name and badge number, please?
For?
I'd like to know who I'm speaking with.
For? Are you recording me?
I am.
You're not authorized to record me.
Since when?
Just saying.
What law is that?
Porque soy una persona.
I'm sorry?
Te estoy diciendo que no estás autorizado a grabarme. Porque no sé por qué razón.
Usted no necesita mi autorización. You don't need my authorization.
No, que te estoy diciendo que te permito tu autorización. Que te estoy diciendo que no estás autorizado a grabarme por utilizar eso para otros propósitos. Está grabado ahí, te lo estoy diciendo yo. No estás autorizado a utilizar mi grabación o mi persona.
All right, so for you non-speaking Spanish individuals, unfortunately, she's going to communicate with Enrique here in Spanish, and I'm taking a guess that she's trying to relate, talk to him like a, on a one-on-one deal, let's say, okay? And basically, she's just telling him that he's not authorized to take a video of her. And I don't see her saying it as trying to be legal or throwing legal technicalities at him. She's again, I'm saying, in my opinion, she's trying to reason, explain to him that as a person, you just, and I understand exactly. Let me point that out, because a lot of people, I was talking to a friend of mine's, a lot of people to this day, I think we're still like working with people from, that are old-fashioned. It's not something common for somebody just out of the blue moon, you don't even know, just walk up to you and record you. Whether you're working for the public or government or whatever the case may be, you're out in the street or you're out in public and you're doing something. I'm assuming that 9 out of 10 people would find it peculiar that somebody you're not familiar with, you don't know, just stand in front of you, just stand there like an idiot. If you look in the reflection in the window, you'll see exactly what he's doing. He's just standing. He stood there for a few minutes while she was interacting with the other lady before him, and he's just standing there holding a cell phone in his hand, recording her. So again, she's going to communicate with him a little bit more, but in Spanish. So I'm saying, basically, all she's trying to do, in my opinion, is reason with the knucklehead. You're a Latino like me. I'm just letting you know you can't record me, and not just, like I said before, not trying to get legal. She's like, hey, I'm a person, it's not normal and blah, blah, blah. But as like Enrique said in the beginning of the video, let's go over here and see if these people respect our rights. But do you notice Enrique and the rest of the damn frauditors, they all want respect. They all demand respect, but they don't give respect. Do you guys notice that? Because I sure as hell do.
Usted no conoce la ley.
No, ni tú tampoco.
Yo sí.
¿Sabe? Así que no.
Usted no me conoce.
No, ni tú tampoco.
Yo sí. Bueno, you're a public employee.
No, ajá, pero no me
So
conoces.
first of all, you have to treat me with respect.
Primero, te estoy tratando con respeto.
No, you're not.
Primero que
No,
nada.
you're not.
Primero que nada.
No, you're
¿Qué
not.
estás
What's your name?
¿Qué estás haciendo?
What's your name?
Lo tengo en el name tag.
Is that how you would
Vuelvo y
tell a
te
judge?
repito,
Is that how you would tell a judge?
Vuelvo y te repito.
Así tú le dirías a un juez.
Vuelvo y te repito.
Me está faltando el respeto.
No te estoy faltando
You're
el
disrespecting
respeto.
me.
No,
Yes,
no te
you
estoy
are.
faltando el respeto.
Yes, you are.
Perdóname un segundito.
Yes, you are.
No te estoy faltando el respeto, número uno.
What's the
No te
First
estoy
Amendment?
amenazando.
What's the First Amendment?
Yo no te tengo que estar dando información a ti ninguna.
Well, you
porque
work
yo
for
no estoy
us.
aquí. No,
Yes, you are.
perdóname.
You're here to
Mira, no,
yes.
no estoy para discutir contigo.
Oh,
¿ok?
you lower your voice.
¿Está bien?
I'm not yelling at you.
No, pero no me
Why
estás
are-
faltando el respeto.
why are you
Si
yelling?
estás buscando problema conmigo,
You
me
are.
avisa.
You're the one yelling, ma'am. Usted es la que está gritando.
No
Usted,
estoy.
pero es que usted es la que está
No
agitada.
estoy para entrar en controversia contigo y te estoy
Pero, ¿y
diciendo,
entonces por qué lo hace?
Pero, ok, pregunta que te hago.
Ok.
Pregunta que te hago.
Ok.
¿Qué servicio tienes en esta oficina?
Bueno, primero que nada, así no es que tú atiendes a los clientes.
No me tienes que decir cómo hacer mi trabajo.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
Yes, I do.
Enforcement, bye.
All right, so again, I understand a lot of you guys that don't understand what's being said back and forth, and I didn't want to cut this out because the whole point of what I wanted to show was the disrespectfulness that this so-called freedom fighter has for the people, okay? She's still a lady. Whether she's a public worker or whatever, she's still a lady. And instead of going to her and explaining to her, hey, this is something that I do for a living, well, yeah, you could say a living because that's all he's into this shit is for the money. But the theory is if you explain to them what you're doing, 9 out of 10 times, okay, no problem, no big deal. But if you stand in front of somebody for X amount of time just recording them, and then when they ask you, hey, why are you recording me? And you come back with a cocky comment, this is what you get, right? That back and forth argument that they all consider content. And again, I'm going to say that a lot of people are still, I don't know if you want to call it old-fashioned thinking or whatever the case may be, but it's, you know, people are still in that old mentality. They don't find it normal for somebody they don't know just come up out of the blue moon and stand in front of them recording them. Whether they work for the public or not, it's not a common thing. It's not a normal thing, period, okay? That's the way I see it, but times have changed, guys. This is what it's like. And you know, sometimes I do get bent out of shape at the public employees, and I'm saying, damn it, it's just a damn camera. Don't let these people push your buttons. You're giving them the damn content that they want. But again, I'm going to say, it's again, people are still thinking from back in the days. It's not a normal thing. I'm sure you guys know what I'm trying to point out here, but let's get back to the video.
Yeah, call your supervisor. I'd love to speak with him. Well, there you go, guys. That's the treatment you get over here in Osceola County Tax Collector's Office. They should have a person out here that says, bring your money in. Treat everybody with disrespect. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I have the right to be here. So we're gonna see what happens now here at the tax collector's office. This woman is extremely rude. And got really triggered over video recording. You see, guys, that's why Mr. America does what he does. That's why we're out here exercising our First Amendment, educating the public on our constitutional rights. You know, people died for these rights that we enjoy here in America. Now, if you go to another country, such as North Korea, video recording is not allowed in North Korea. You will go to jail. Not here in America. The Constitution says that you have the right to video record in a publicly accessible area, such as police departments, city parks, sidewalks, tax collector's office.
All right, so let me jump in here real quick and comment on what just came out of Enrique's mouth. Enrique states that the Constitution says that it's his right to record people, video record people in publicly accessible areas. Now, I watched this video on his channel early this morning. I left a comment on his video there that it's going on almost 6 o'clock. I'm waiting for a response to see if he says anything. His interpretation of what the Constitution says and what is actually written in the Constitution is totally different. I mean, I've read the amendments, and nowhere in the amendments does it say that it's the citizens' rights to record anybody in any publicly accessible area. Now, I'm using their logic. They like to be technical, okay? It's got to be written for me to respect what they're trying to spew out, no? Nowhere in the Constitution does it say video recording is a citizen's right. Now, if they're trying to, let's say, twist the words around a freedom of press, gathering content for, for newsworthy things, it still doesn't justify what just came out of his mouth. Okay? Nowhere in the Constitution does it state that a citizen has the right to video record anybody in publicly accessible areas. Now, if you guys know something that I don't know, please correct me. I don't want to be dumb. I try to educate myself as much as I can. I think I told you guys, if you guys are interested, there's a online it's a college called Hillsdale College. They offer online courses, and my God, you guys, I'm gonna put a link in the description. Trust me. Click on it. They have free online courses, teach you about history. They got the Constitution 101. Beautiful. My God, I've learned a lot through this college. They keep up with you. They interact with you, and so on. It's something that I think everybody should get involved. I made this comment, and I hate to give these frauditors credit for anything. The only thing that I will give these guys credit for is that they got everybody interested in the Constitution. Because of the bullshit that they do, they got people now interested in the Constitution. Because before this shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I didn't know anything about the amendments. I've heard of the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and so on. But I really never took an interest in it. Unfortunately, I was one of those people that took the rights for granted. And that's a shame. I'm ashamed of myself for that, okay? But now, I'm making an effort. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. So that's about the only damn thing that I'll give these assholes credit for, is that they got people interested in getting involved in the Constitution, which is truly something important. But let's get back to the video.
You think these guys are actually respecting the people who finance this entire operation, but they're really not. So we're gonna stand by.
No idea.
Okay, I'm gonna give you this too.
Okay.
Or this one, I don't know.
Okay.
Let me know.
I'll bring them back. Thank you so much.
Hey, how can I help you? 3:30. Name? Okay. Any weapons, popping that taser, pepper spray inside of it? Can you open the back for me, please?
Oh, they want to search people on their way in too. What about the Fourth Amendment? What about the Fourth Amendment?
So I came yesterday. I lost my license. My license picture. So I called the state and they said to me that I just need to come to a DMV and have a correspondence removed. Because I can't order it online.
The driver's license.
I see the driver's license. I have a picture. I don't have my driver's license.
Okay.
I don't want to order it online.
Cuadrado. Cuadrado means square. That's her last name.
Weapons, pocket knife, taser, pepper spray inside of that?
No.
Yep. Go ahead. Waive your Fourth Amendment.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Square. Cuadrado. That's your last name, right? That's also how your brain probably is. Tú eres una malcriada y sabes que voy a poner 1000 complaints. Me faltaste respeto tú a mí gritándome.
Haz lo que te dé la gana.
Yo lo voy a hacer.
Tú me das lástima.
Oh, sí, lástima me das tú, que pagamos para que tengan basura como tú trabajando aquí.
No.
Basura.
Basura es la
Tú eres,
madre tuya.
la madre mía está muerta. La madre tuya es la basura. Jodida puta.
¿Cómo es?
Lo que escuchaste. Lo que escuchaste.
All right, so you don't have to understand Spanish to realize that things have gotten out of control. Mind you, he is pushing her buttons. You hear him narrating to his subscribers about her last name. And as she is walking inside, he is telling her that she is rude and that he is going to complain on her, right? And he continues to talk shit to her, okay? Now he called the minute she was inside, about the door was about to close, he threw it at her, called her garbage, that she was garbage, right? That's what unfortunately I could tell that pissed her off, because she came back and she threw it at him. She kind of crossed the line and said, your mother is garbage, okay? So apparently his mother passed away or something, because he said his mother is dead and your mother and blah, blah, blah. And he called her a puta, which puta is like a couple of ways to go about it, but puta is like a hoe, a whore, whatever, okay? But I think we could all agree that he has been pushing her buttons from the beginning of his interaction with her. Now, I know some of you might say that she, in her job, she should just learn how to take criticism and just brush it off, let's say. You got to give it to her. She's human. Okay, that's the way I see it. I'm not trying to make excuses for her. I think she was wrong for throwing the mother at her. I mean, your mother is garbage or whatever. But like I say, I could understand she is, she's being screwed with, and the asshole just got what he wanted. He's getting that content that his subscribers got off on, because I read the comments and everybody was supporting what he did and all the shit that came out of his mouth. And again, we already know the people that support this asshole, they all have his mentality. They want to see people spoken to like shit. They want to see people humiliated, spoken to as if they're beneath them, and he just got what he wanted, period. I'm not trying to justify what she did. I'm just saying she's a human, okay? I personally, I wrote in the comment too, a part of my comment, I said, I hope she has kids. I hope she has a son that's in his age bracket and will put hands on him, because I think he went out like a real chump here. This is somebody's mother. This is somebody's wife, okay? And he had no right to, from the beginning, come on now, from the beginning of the interaction here, he's been poking jabs at her. Now he got her. He got her where he wanted, and it is what it is. Let's get back to the video.
Lo que escuchaste.
Enforcement 5.
Llama, dale, llama. She mentioned my mother, and I called her a bitch. So now she's calling back up because of my First Amendment right, again, to say as I please. She also has the right to say whatever she wants, but not while at work. And this is at the Osceola tax collector's office in Kissimmee, Florida, also known the BVL office, which is Buenaventura Lakes. This is Buenaventura Lakes, my hometown, guys. I'm Puerto Rican, but I grew up here. This is a new office for sure. These people haven't been here, so I need to know if this is the who's the supervisor. I need to know who's the supervisor, because we're gonna file a complaint on this woman.
All right, so let me just jump in here real quick again, guys. And I'm sorry for jumping in so many times, but the shit this guy does really is annoying, okay? Think about what just came out of his mouth. He's going to file a complaint on her. Now, some of you may not really think that's a big deal, but do you guys notice all of the frauditors do this shit? They wake up in the morning, okay, what location can we go to today to record a video, to make a video so we can make some money today? They go to that location, they screw with the public employees so that they can get a back and forth argument that they could upload to their channel for some quick cash from YouTube, okay? And then they get the reaction, and now they want to put in a complaint. Now, again, some of you may not think filing a complaint is a big deal. I've heard of some employees get fired for this shit, okay? Now, think about it. Yeah, these people, they intentionally screw with the public employee and then go as far as putting complaints, charges, whatever the case may be. That person done lost his job because this asshole woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to go to the tax collector's office to make a video so I can make some quick cash on YouTube. Do you really think that's right? Really? Do you really think the shit that these guys do is harmless? The shit that these guys do, again, I know some people, I've had it. I've had people tell me, hey, don't make a big deal, Steven. It's harmless. It's just a camera. I understand. I truly understand that a lot of people overreact, okay? Overreact over some asshole recording them, okay? But the bullshit that they do, Josh Abrams goes to these town halls, disrespects people, and then wants them to apologize to him. And if they don't apologize to him, they get their subscribers to call flood the location and so on. Okay, now that I've seen government locations throw their employees under the bus, like that city manager who made the employee apologize to Josh. I've seen locations that have fired employees because they were overwhelmed with phone calls. These guys have learned how to use YouTube as a weapon. They've learned how to use their subscribers as a weapon. We have to counter that, guys, okay? I know some of you guys probably get tired of me telling you this. I hope you don't, because this is doing our part, okay? We have to get involved. I don't know what else to tell you. That's why I put a picture of this location, the sign that he was just reading there. If you look at the very bottom where it says contact us, I would love to find the email, because I've had people tell me, oh, Steve, you're doing the same thing they're doing. You're telling your people that watch your views or whatever to call flood this location. I'm telling you guys, if you can get an email, let me know, and I'll pin it to the top of this video so that people can email these people, let them know. That security guard was not at fault. Granted that she threw his mother into the picture, I think they were both childish, okay? I think they were both acting childish. More on him because she's at work. She's doing her job. This asshole wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to the tax collector's office today to make a video, okay? Come on now. Who are you going to side up with? The person that gets up in the morning to go to work, earn her living, to take care of her family, or some asshole who's going out there to make a video, screw with people so he can go smoke a blunt later on or whatever, okay? Come on now. Let's do our part, guys. If I'm going to call, I don't care. I'm calling tomorrow. I'm going to call this location and say, damn it, that security guard was being harassed, and let her know also that she's on YouTube. And if she is not happy about being on YouTube, explain to her about the Privacy Act. Now, let me also make a comment before I go. I called up... what is it, Cincinnati, that video that Cincinnati McPress did at the Department of Motor Vehicles where he ended up getting arrested. I called up that DMV to let them know that he had that video up on YouTube, and I explained to her. She was very receptive, let's call it, okay? She was asking me all kind of information. Okay, what do I got to do for the Privacy Act? And I explained to her the 3 dots, you'll get prompts, and you have every right. You have every right. Regardless, that location wasn't public. It was it's privately owned or whatever. But she has every right if she doesn't want to be... why should it be his right to make money off of her damn image? Now, mind you, I'm waiting for that video to get taken down. When that video gets taken down, I'm going to delete my video too, out of respect, okay? But I'm just saying, guys, you be amazed at these people, how grateful they are when you help them out, man. It felt good. It felt like I was doing my part. That's all I'm saying, guys. Again, I know some of you guys look at me as I'm the bad guy or whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to change. I'm doing what I think is right.
At this point, I'm not even going to try to go in because we already know how it's going to go. So hopefully the police does show up and this woman gets educated by people who also took an oath to protect our rights. You know, that's what the police is for, not just for criminals. Police is to make sure that our rights are being protected. I mean, this person at this point is being disorderly. She is a criminal. She's breaking the law. Being disorderly, rude. Yep. What is she doing? Giving an explanation. I'm about to ask. I need service. I need service.
You're a customer here.
Well, if you want to call, if you want to call me that, sure, sure.
How can I help you today?
Okay, I'd like to request some information from the tax collector's office.
What information? I can give you the information because I have the trainings.
You have the what? No, I want to be in line like everybody else.
Okay. Dime qué información necesitas, si no, no hay ningún problema.
I'd rather speak with somebody else. You see, you're already disrespecting me, so I want to speak to the supervisor if possible. Yes.
Okay. ¿Para?
Because you disrespected me, so I don't want to deal with you.
¿Quieres hablar con mi supervisora? Mi supervisora está en el main office. Puedes ir allá y
I want to conduct service right here with somebody else, yes. And you know, lamentablemente, ay, qué lindo. Tú estás más bota. Tú estás más bota.
Ay, sí.
Tú estás más bota. ¿Sabes qué? Tú no sabes quién yo soy. Tú no sabes quién yo soy.
All right. So as you notice, he continues to harass her, talking bull crap to her that she is lost and threatening her that she doesn't know who he is. And I think we could all agree that he feels that he is a big time YouTuber. He is a big YouTuber because of the 253,000 subscribers that he has on his channel. Now, I think we could also agree that if you look at the views on his videos, I think a good portion of that 253,000, I would say 175,000 of that 253,000 is bought and paid for. They are bots. Okay, that's a whole nother video, but I think most of you guys know what I'm talking about. The views and the amount of subscribers he has does not match up.
Tú no sabes quién yo soy. No, búscame en el internet. Google me. Google me. Google me. I'm gonna be in line like everybody else.
No,
please don't touch me. 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 You just. Oh. Oh, wow. That's how you're gonna treat me? That's how you're gonna treat me? Wow. You know what? You're at this point you're being disorderly. How you doing, sir? Can I have your name and badge number, please?
I just got here. What's going on? Who you?
Can I?
Where's the other officer?
Oh, he's inside. Can I have your name and badge
Okay,
number?
let me just speak with him and see what's going on.
Okay, thank you.
All right, yeah. I just got here.
Right.
Let me figure out what's going on. Then I come talk to you.
All right. I can tell you what's going on.
In order to receive service in here, prior to coming in, you have to show proof of Osceola County residence. It could be ID, I guess some type of proof that you live in Osceola County.
Correct.
So were you trying to get service inside?
She never gave me the time of the day. I can show
My
you.
question to you is,
Yes.
were you trying to get service inside?
Yes.
Because she's saying that you just rolled up and just put the cell phone in her face and started.
Automatically doesn't want to be filmed.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Please.
I'd like to know who I'm speaking
Since when?
Just say.
What law is that?
Porque soy una persona, estoy diciendo que no está autorizado a grabar. No sé por qué.
Do you understand Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Usted no necesita mi autorización. You don't need my authorization.
Yo no que te estoy diciendo que te permito tu autorización, que te estoy diciendo que no estás autorizado a grabarla porque utilizar eso para otros propósitos. Está grabado ahí, te lo estoy diciendo yo. No estás autorizado a utilizar mi grabación o mi persona para nada.
Usted no conoce la ley.
No,
Yo sí. Usted no me conoce. Yo sí. Bueno, you're a public employee. So first of all, you have to treat me with respect. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. What's your name? What's your name? Is that how you would tell a judge? Is that how you would tell a judge? Así tú le dirías, pues. Me está faltando el respeto. You're disrespecting. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
no te estoy faltando respeto, número uno.
What's the First Amendment? What's the First Amendment? Oh, you work for us. Yes, you are. You're here to inform. Yes. You lower your voice. I'm not yelling at you.
Screaming and everything, bro.
Why are you yelling?
She's disorderly.
You're the one yelling.
And that's not even the worst part.
Usted es la que está gritando. Pero es que usted es la que está agitada.
Estoy para entrar en controversia contigo y te estoy
Pero entonces, ¿por qué lo hace?
Pero porque pregunta que te ¿qué servicio tiene en estos
Bueno,
Now at this point, she's asking us what service do you want here. Okay.
yes, I know.
At first, she's telling me
Yes,
you're
I
not
know.
authorized. Well, you heard that you're not authorized to record me.
Yeah, call your supervisor. I'd love to speak with him.
So he didn't even want to do it.
Well, there you go, guys.
Also, if she lied to you guys, that's a crime
Over here, and I'll see you.
as well.
Now they don't even want, obviously,
And,
they don't
and,
want
and,
service.
and you understand, and you do understand that the reason that I do these videos is because you guys would never arrest her either. So that's why I do these videos nationwide. You know, I keep catching people breaking the law, especially a person with a firearm. You see, she's not a cop. She has a firearm and she's being disorderly. That's probably a felony. So I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but
Well, it's not
this is-
about argument. I mean,
well, she's being disorderly. You see, she's imposing her will on me when she's wrong. That's disorderly conduct.
Where's she? Ma'am, can I put it up, please?
I want to press charges on her. At least she needs to give up the ID.
All right, so let me just say this because I found it very unusual. Okay, he went from filing a complaint to now he wants to press charges on her. Keep this in mind, guys, okay, because I'm watching this video with you guys, but I did see the ending already, okay, and he ended the video in a peculiar way, okay, in the middle of a conversation with a cop. I wonder why, okay, but when I kick the video back on, just notice how he's getting off thinking that the lady, he makes it a point to write on the screen that the lady is detained, okay? The officers are telling them that they're going to go back in there and talk to the officer. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses for her. I'm going to agree that they both of them acted childish. Him as an asshole because that's his normal way of thinking. Her because in her job, I would think, I guess she hasn't experienced frauditors before, but you would think she brushed this shit off, you know, take it in the chin and just suck it up and shit off. But I do understand that she's a human. Okay, that's what I'm trying to point out here, that people are still with that old-fashioned thinking, finding this, walking up to somebody and just standing in front of them without saying anything and record them. People are finding that still to this day, 2023, they find that unusual. Can you blame them? I can't. Okay, these people, these asshole frauditors, I should say, they are taking advantage. They're exploiting it in a sense. Okay, they know that people out there just don't like being recorded, and it's a kick in the ass because it's like I don't know. In my opinion, it's an unwritten rule. Regardless that the you know how they always say there's no expectation of privacy in public. It doesn't have to be a law. Doesn't have to be written in the books. We all know, come on, you're out in the street doing whatever you're doing. Is that something, picture me coming up to you, I don't know you from Adam, and just stand in front of you and record you. And for X amount of time. After a while, you're going to be like, yo, what's your deal? What's your problem? And you know, if you ask me why am I recording you, and I turn around and don't say shit to you, give you the silent treatment or cocky comment, tell me you're not gonna want to whip my ass. Okay, so again, I say I understand that, you know, in her job she should have just brushed this shit off, but and then I gotta look at it and say she is a human, okay, and she was just caught off guard. I'm not trying to make excuses for her, okay? Now, again, I'm saying he wants to press charges on her, okay? And that is some real bitch shit, because he went to that location to screw with people so he could make a video. And now all of a sudden, he wants to press charges on this lady. Press charges, and I'm assuming get her fired as well. And look how he gets off on when he thinks that the officers are going like siding up with him. Just look how he acts. And then when he realizes that the officers they're playing neutral. They're playing neutral. They pretty much understand why she acted the way she acted. Look at the big picture. And like I said, he ended the video in a very weird way, in the middle of a conversation with a cop, which makes you think, I don't know, something he didn't want us to know. Let me know your thoughts on the video, guys, and I will see you in my next video.
Yeah, that's what I'm going in for. Yeah, that's what I'm going in for.
Now at this point she's detained. At this point she's detained. Look at her face now, guys. She doesn't seem too comfortable now that she has to give up ID.
You're saying that, you know, your issue was she was being disorderly with you.
Correct.
Because you have the right to be here, which is a public building.
I have the right to conduct business like everybody else, and she didn't give me the time of the day. She interfered with that the whole way. Not only by doing that, she's being disorderly, she's also breaking policy from her own job, because she doesn't know it. So she's breaking policy, and I'm not a cop. That's for you to decide. But I strongly believe that she was disorderly. So you see, my peace cannot be disturbed. You guys have probable cause to believe that she intentionally was disorderly at this location, and you guys are really leaving it up to the state attorney, which makes me understand that you guys, you know, have preference over her. If it was a regular citizen and
Go to your supervisor? Yes. What do you say? Generate a report? Okay.
well, that's fine. You see, it's not up to your supervisor, sir. You're the one that's here making the investigation. You see, if your supervisor wants to investigate, he should come here himself.
All right.
You know, you're a police officer. You took an oath.
So I asked you questions, right? I asked for the video. I asked you to write a statement. You said you don't want to write a statement.
Well, I showed the video already.
The place where you said that she came too close. I didn't see that
Sir,
video. That's the video that I'm
here, brother. I'll show you.
That's the video that I'm asking. Because I'm going to make a report. And when I make a report, I want to put everything that's in the report.
Let me get her. She wants to write a statement, so I'm going to get her a statement.
And everything that you're saying has to be documented in the report as
So
well.
let me ask you.
That's what I'm saying.
So okay, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand. I understand that. Now, is she claiming that I broke the law in any way?
She never said that.
Okay, good.
She never said that. She told us why she didn't want you inside the building and all this.
Why didn't she want me inside the building?
And we, you know, she said we came in, we're recording.
What does the policy say?
I don't work here. I don't know what the policy says, so you have to ask her that.
Well, she doesn't own this building, sir.
You see, it says, what does it say?
Yeah.
Osceola County Tax Collector? This says Kissimmee Police Department. So
All right, but
work here.
correct, but you're in charge of knowing if they break the law or not.
Well, you talked about policy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, obviously she broke that.
Let's not play with words, all right?
True.
Like, I'm giving you respect, I'm giving you something, all right?
Yes, sir.
So, I don't know what their policy says, and I'm sure there's a number that you can call and make a formal complaint against her to her superiors.
Well, even if the policy is wrong, this is a public place. We should all know that.